Hi guys, welcome back on board of the Crypto Cruiser. It's me, Chris, and today we're going to talk about Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano ADA. We're going to talk some price analysis, some chart analysis as well. I'm going to mention my predictions, what I'm anticipating in the immediate short term. Also, if this correction is going to last longer, or this is going to be the final correction before the blow off. Stay tuned. And if you have, of course, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube, please do it. It's for absolutely free. And also, anything I say in this video, it is not a financial advice. It's for pure entertainment purposes. Okay, let's just start with the Bitcoin chart. And what we can clearly see is that we're in a upward trend. Of course, along the way, there's always corrections. But pretty much from April, since Trump mentioned the tariffs, we've been in a upside momentum all the way. We've been in a straight up line. We had just a small correction here between price of around 120,000. We went below 100,000 just for a short period of time, and we bounced and we start hitting all-time high prices. Right now we're just consolidating between these prices, and in my personal opinion, we're just gearing up for the final blow-off, which in my personal opinion, it can potentially happen in the next coming months, and we can pretty much Bitcoin can top by end of October, early November, at price of around 150,000, and that's what's gonna pretty much bring the altcoin season into play. The other option, of course, the other scenario in my personal opinion is if we just hold this line between price of around 115, even if we go below 110, we just hold these prices for 3, 4, 5 months, and then we're gonna have the blow off top starting end of January, and it can last for a couple of months, and then the final blow off pretty much can occur by end of February or early March. Let's see how this thing is gonna play out. It's interesting for me to see as well. But so far so good. I don't think there's anything to worry, guys. We've been, as I've said, in an upward trend line, and I mean, of course, we have the altcoin season hasn't happened yet. But if history is any indicator, and if we just see what happened before with the altcoin season, once Bitcoin start hitting all-time high in 2013, 2017, 2021. This is pretty much same thing. Now, what will push the altcoin season, in my personal opinion, is the Ethereum. Now, what I can clearly see on the Ethereum chart, on the weekly chart, is that we are forming a huge reverse triangle pattern, as you can clearly see on the weekly chart, and it's absolutely massive. It started from March of 2024 till now, so that's around a year and a half. And basically, we've been trying to test and break above this resistance line at price of around $4,000 for ETH. We tested it in March of 2024, as I've said. We almost went there in May of 2024. We tested it again in December of 2024, and we tested it just now this week. Of course, right now we're in a correction, but earlier, basically Monday, Tuesday, we tested this price target again. So next time, of course, let's see how this thing is going to play out. But since we've tested so many times this resistance line, the highly likelihood is to actually break above it. And if we go above it and pretty much go and test price of around 4,200, we come back, we test this previous resistance, we turn it into support. I can clearly see Ethereum quickly snapping its previous all-time high price of above 5,000, and we can quickly go to 6,500 to even 7,000. Yeah, or even further than that, because it's going to be a price discovery. But we can't just ignore the fundamentals of the chart analysis. We have almost all-time high. We have a Bitcoin hitting all-time highs. The stock market, the traditional markets such as S&P 500, Nasdaq, Dow Jones Industrials, they're at an all-time high. So sooner than later, these altcoins will catch up to the big ones, and we'll see massive rally on the upside. And as I've said, I can clearly see this is a triangle, a reverse triangle pattern, which is a bullish signal. And yeah, I'm anticipating way higher prices for Ethereum, and especially this year. Usually, as I've mentioned in my previous videos, August to September, they're the most bearish months for the market. But because we've been in a downward trend line for a long time, and we've been in a bear market, in the bear market for the outs. What I'm trying to say is that most probably to confuse the herd, to confuse all the participants in the markets, August and September can be extremely bullish. Let's see. I mean, of course, anything I say in this video is not financial advice. It'll be interesting for me to see, but again, I think there's gonna be a lot more bullish momentum for Ethereum. And now, when it comes to ADA, Cardano, that's one of the most popular altcoins out there. Has a huge fan base, and yeah, it was launched in 2017. And I just want you to see what happened. So basically, it was launched in the end of September of 2017. The price was around 2 cents. We were consolidating in that price target for actually October and November between 2 cents. And then once the altcoin season happened, which it didn't last long, it lasted probably a month, from 2 cents, basically from end of November till beginning of January or end of December, which lasted exactly 1 month. From 2 cents pretty much snapped to $1 and 20 cents, as far as and 30 cents, as far as I remember. And yeah, it went 50x. I'm not saying, I mean, that's what I'm actually anticipating for some of the outs to do, because they've been on the downside momentum for many years. And when you least expect, this huge bullish momentum will appear, and before you know it, you already missed the train. So that's why you always you have to be prepared in advance. But yeah, if we see its previous all-time high was, as I've said, end of December, beginning of January 2018, price around 130. Then we tested it. We almost got there in May of 2021, and we've tested this trend line in September of 2021. Price of around almost $3. Actually, we went $3.10. So if we go and basically break above this local top, which occurred in December of 2024, a price of around $1.30. If we break above it, I can quickly see ADA going to $3, testing its previous all-time high, and potentially test this resistance line at price of around $5.20. It says by April of 2026, but in my personal opinion, the bull season, it won't last that long, unless, of course, it happens the other scenario. If we don't see the blow off top by let's say, if we see the usual August to September calming down, and we don't see much traction, the other scenario can actually play out and basically consolidate, as I've said, between these prices, and then a final blow off top, which can occur February, March next year. So ADA, Cardano can actually go and test these prices, as I've said, by March, April for next year. But I think, to be fair, I have to be completely transparent with you guys. I think we're in the cusp of breaking out right now. This correction won't last long, maybe potentially a week or two. But once it recovers and we start testing all-time high prices for Bitcoin and some of the outs, such as ETH and ADA, I can see like a blow off top for the rest of the crypto assets and the altcoin season. Let's see how this thing is going to play out. It will be interesting for me to see as well. Once again, guys, thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate all the support. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube, please do it. It's for absolutely free. And basically, I have a lot more content in my Patreon. If you subscribe to my Patreon, you can get my 2 books for absolutely free. And of course, there's a lot more content with the best gems, with some of them 20, 50x potential. And yeah, if I'm right, of course, Bitcoin start hitting all-time high prices, and ETH go to price around above its previous all-time high to 5,000. As I've said, some of the alts will outperform these two crypto assets, and the potential for them will be absolutely huge. They're gonna have 20, 50x potential, and it's definitely worth checking my Patreon as well. Once again, guys, thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate watching me and the time spent, and we'll see each other next time. Goodbye.